This video details my 2020 spring turkey hunt, as well as fellow Team Full Assignment Pro Staff member Kyle Teeple's turkey hunt a couple weeks later. In preparation for this hunt, I went out the night before and was able to spot a tom on the roost. I made a plan for where I wanted to sit and how I wanted to set up my decoys. I went out the next morning well before light and set up 70 yards from the base of their roosting tree. The two toms gobbled on the roost for quite a while before one pitched down in the opposite direction of me and strutted and gobbled in the field on the other side of the trees. The second tom continued to gobble and strut on the roost for another hour, draining one of my camera batteries and filling an SD card. All that gobbling and strutting finally called in a group of hens. That's when the second tom pitched down in the opposite direction of me. They all then drifted back in a little bit closer and grouped up in the pines on the right side of the screen. While they were in the pines, I was able to call to them, and I purposely called over and stepped on the calls of a hen in the group. I believe this made them edge in even closer, allowing me to spot a tom gobbling just inside the tree line. This was my setup. Broken chair, camera that ran out of batteries, a couple decoys, and they were roosted in that tall tree right there. Pitched down, stayed far away, waited in those woods right there till a group of hens came. Then I could taunt the hens. Finally got this one. I ranged it. I probably wouldn't have taken the shot if I would have known it was that far, but I ranged it at 52 yards. I was very pleased with the outcome of this hunt, and I was honored to be able to harvest a bird that was so beautiful and delicious. Next up, I'm going to do an overview of prostaff member Kyle Teeple's 2020 spring turkey hunt that took place a couple weeks after this one. I acted as a guide for Kyle's hunt. We used satellite images and drew on top of them to explain what was going on. After a failed setup for the morning, a tom was gobbling and worked its way around the backside of Kyle into the field to the north. I used the images to try to show what I thought was the best approach to set up on this tom. Luckily, the tom gave us plenty of time strutting in the field to the north for at least 45 minutes, giving Kyle plenty of time to move around the property. As the tom worked further west down the field, we made a plan for Kyle to try to cut off the tom. He worked his way out ahead of it and started working in towards the field edge to get a shot. As he stepped around a brush pile to set up for the shot, Kyle was surprised by a second tom that had been coming from the opposite direction. He had to make quick work of it and took 2 shots. The tom was able to escape into the trees, but it was later recovered. This hunt didn't work out exactly as planned, but we were very pleased with the results.